the outbuildings that we've got. And at the moment it's just completely full of storage. When we moved here, of course, this is just where we dumped everything that was originally in the old garage, all bits and everything from outside. When we first looked around this house before we moved here, we thought, oh, this would be a great Airbnb potentially, and that's what we wanted to do. That's what we wanted to do for a long time, but I don't know, I'm in two minds now about whether I want to do that, because I don't know how I feel about people coming onto our land, and it would mean having to give them access to the driveway, and so I don't know, I'm not sure, but if we did, then I think what we would do is we would have to change this front here, obviously turn that into a non-glass door. This would be the like a kitchen lounge area, so it would be predominantly the lounge area. We'd have like the sofa set up there. We'd have like a little kitchenette in one of the corners, just something fairly small. It doesn't need to be particularly big. And then the sofa in here, we would have, it would be a pull-out sofa, so that we would have more sleeping space. And then into the middle bit here, this would obviously be one of the bedrooms. And we would potentially move that wall, I think, because obviously we'd need a bathroom. But this doesn't need to be this big for a bathroom. So we would move this wall here, bring it in a little bit, and then we would convert this section into a small shower room with a toilet. And it would give us more space here for into the middle bit for a bigger bedroom, or potentially separate that into two rooms. So move this wall obviously in a bit, and then have two separate bedrooms, just to make it so we could have more people here. But I don't know. That was one of the plans, and then whether we do that or not, I'm not sure. We would have to there's just cobwebs everywhere. We would have to obviously find somewhere for all of this stuff. We do have a shed. It backs onto the shed just outside, and all of this needs clearing outside. But I think this is just such a great space, and something that we really want to be able to utilise properly, because I don't want to just keep it as storage. I want to be able to, I think it'd be great to be able to use it and make some money from it. But I don't know. I haven't decided. It's definitely not one of the priorities at the moment. We need to make sure that we get all of our garden cleared and set up how we wanted to do, finish off the pond as well that we're digging. Obviously the allotment space that I'm doing, and chicken coop, all of that. And of course everything that we want to do inside as well, with all of the decorating and the moving of the kitchen and the swapping of the kitchen and the lounge over as well, which will be something that we do over the next year. That's not going to be instant. We need to get all these other little jobs first, and just make the house into our home a bit more before we properly start investing into obviously big changes like that. Because we've only been here 6 months as well, so we're still getting used to living here, really, and getting used to everything. Oh, the lovely. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to go outside today, and I wanted to have a look at all of my plants and all of my seedlings that have been growing over the last few days. It's been it's rained here. It's first week in June now, second week in June, and I just feel like it's rained every day. I think it has rained every day, so I haven't been able to come outside. I think there's a few things that need potting up, but it's not just been drizzly, it's been full on rain. So I've not been able to get any of that done. But I want to come outside and actually see how things are progressing as well, because obviously there's no better way to water your plants than rainwater. So actually it's been nice that I've not had to do any kind of watering or anything. It's all been done for me, which is great. This delphinium's looking really good. Got some little buds coming on. It's that blue colour there. And the lavender as well is finally turning purple. So it was very, very pale and grey looking for a long time. And it's finally blooming, which is nice. And this one here as well. This one's less purple actually. It smells incredible. It smells so lovely. That one's taken a bit longer. And this mint is doing really, really well as well. It's getting really bushy. It smells incredible. It's really spearminty. I'm quite good at pinching out the tops on here, and it just shows how well, how much that helps it, because it's really filled out quite a bit. But this rosemary has not done anything. This looks exactly the same as the day I bought it months ago. It's just a little tiny stalk, and it's not dying. It's still alive, but it's just not moving. It hasn't grown or bushed out or anything. So I'm not really sure what to do with that one. Oh wow. And we've got some raspberries. Amazing. And I have some growth here, and I cannot remember at all what I put in here. I've no idea. Would it have been possibly baby carrots, I wonder? Do they look like baby carrot seedlings? I'm not sure. I'm normally really good at labelling, and I wouldn't have done it that long ago, and I've forgotten already. And we have some little strawberries. Absolutely amazing. So this plant does not look good at all. It's really quite sparse. I do have some growth coming through here actually. You see some growth coming through in the middle finally, but it's just really, really quite sparse. But I mean, I suppose it's working. There are strawberries growing. There's a couple of runners coming off it as well, so I need to get those buried. But then this one is looking really good. This is really, really bushy. Some more runners coming off it here as well. No flowers yet though. Still got to wait for those. These looking really good. The nasturtiums, they are finally growing. And the lettuce, wow, finally got some lettuce. This has just been taking forever to grow, and it's finally making some progress. I know lettuce is probably isn't it one of the easiest things you can grow, but for me it's just really not been doing very well. Oh, and the peas. Oh, I need to get all this tied up. Oh, and we have a flower. Amazing. Oh yeah, that's fallen there. I need to get that tied up there. I'll do that in a second. And then what have we got going on in here? So this is the little mini greenhouse. Let's move that up. Mella. Right. We've got this cucumber seedlings at the bottom. I planted those a couple of weeks ago. Those are looking good. And all of these, I believe they're cucumbers. I think that's the courgette at the back. Yeah, that's the courgette, that one there. And then all of these are cucumbers. All from seed. They're looking brilliant. Yes, all of this, I just need to get it, I need to get them planted out, because everything is doing really well. Everything's growing amazingly, and then it's just I'm gonna end up stunting all their growths, and it's gonna end up dying. So I need to get this here. Need to just get this finished. Get all those tree trunks out. Sort it all out. I'm either going to plant straight in the ground, or I did think I'd like some raised planters. I think that's going to look a little bit tidier. So maybe some raised planters, and then whether we put the chicken coop next to it, I don't know. But I'm really very aware that I need to get all of that sorted, because I've got all this stuff growing, and I need to get it planted out before it all dies. And geraniums have got some flowers on as well. Finally, these are looking good. So there's 2 there. There's 1 on that one. There's 1 on that one. There's 1 on that one. And there's 1 on that one. I've had these plants for absolutely ages. Bought them as a set of 3, 4, 5, 6, set of 8 in 8 cells, and potted them up, and they've just looked like this for ages. And they're so lovely, like got really, really lovely leaves. But they just haven't really been doing much for ages, and finally got some flowers coming through. This is my favourite. This is my favourite plant. Absolutely love calla lilies. I had calla lilies at my wedding, and I bought this plant, and it's really only a few weeks ago, and it's doing really well. And I can see some tiny little flowers coming through. Okay, so for dinner I'm going to make a chicken pizza. So this is a recipe that I found the other day, so I'm going to give it a go. It's chicken, it's a pizza, but the base is chicken mince. So it's high protein and it's low carb, and so it's perfect for all of us, for the whole family. And anything high protein is what I really, really like. So basically what you do is you add a couple of eggs to the chicken mince, a bit of seasoning, portion it out, flatten it so it's like a really thin pizza base, put it into the oven until it's cooked, bring it out, and then put your tomato pizza sauce on like you would a normal pizza, and then add all your toppings. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I've got here chicken mince, which is just a small one, big enough. Mix that in with a couple of eggs, and then loads of seasoning. So I've got chicken seasoning, and I've got all-purpose seasoning. I'll add some salt and pepper in, maybe a little bit of garlic seasoning as well. And then for toppings, for the pizza base, so I have got a tomato passata, but I don't want to use that because it's nearly 11 grams of sugar per half pack. So I don't really want to use that. So I'm going to make my own. So I've put a tin of chopped tomatoes in there, and then I'm going to add some of my own tomatoes just to thicken it up a little bit. Add a little bit of oregano in there, and maybe a little bit of fresh garlic in there as well. And then I'm going to try, I've never tried, I love mushrooms, but I've never tried chestnut mushrooms before. So I've got chestnut mushrooms, which I will cook and add those on. I have, mainly for the children, I've got some pepperoni slices on there. I've got some sausages cooking in the oven, which I'll cut up really thinly and put those on the pizza. I have pepper, orange is my favourite. I've got some spring onion, and I think that is all of it for the toppings. So I'm going to give that a go. lettuces are in the oven. I don't know how long they take. I'll give it 20-25 minutes, I think. So whilst they're cooking, I will get all of the toppings done. So this, yeah, these chopped tomatoes. I don't know. I suppose that is quite thick actually. I might, in fact, yeah, I won't need to add any fresh tomatoes because I think the tomato puree is the chopped tomatoes are enough. Just squish those down a little bit. I like making healthy meals because I go through stages of doing intermittent fasting. So which I'm not doing. I sort of do it, but I haven't been brilliant. When I'm doing it properly, I will do. I think it's 18-6. So I will fast for 18 hours and then I will eat for 6. So I tend to have breakfast about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll have. So for breakfast, I'll probably have maybe porridge. If I'm at work, I'll have some porridge with a banana and some chia seeds. Chia seeds are really good because they fill you up. I'll have a light lunch if I have lunch at all, because sometimes the later I have breakfast, and if it is something quite heavy like porridge, quite filling, I won't want much for lunch. So I might just have like a really light snack. It depends. I'm not really very good at lunches. I'm better at dinner and breakfast. So if I don't have porridge, then I like Greek yogurt with chia seeds and banana and or strawberries or blueberries and a little bit of honey on, which I really, really like as well. And then sometimes I'll have some scrambled egg with some toast, some brown toast or 50-50 toast. And then for dinner, whatever I can make with as many vegetables in as possible. So if I want something easy, I'll do something like a stir fry with some noodles and some chicken. You can throw loads of veg in that. I like making a bolognese or a lasagna because you can throw loads of veg in that as well. Don't forget, when you're finished with your spring onions, to pop those back in water and then they will grow again. If you didn't know that, you do now. And then, yeah, so I will, when I'm doing it well, I will do it really, really well, and then I won't have any snacks or any bad stuff, and I will just drink water and I will just drink black coffee. And it's fine, and I think it's really hard for the first couple of days you do it, but then once you've got used to it, it's okay then, it's not too bad. So I tend to do intermittent fasting when I want to lose weight or feel. It's less about losing weight, it's more about feeling better. So I'm going on holiday in the summer, so I will do the intermittent fasting really, really strictly ahead of that holiday, because I did it a couple of years ago and I felt great. I felt really, really good and I felt really confident. So that's what I will do for in time for that. But then other times when I'm doing it, I'm a little less strict, and I will still have, I might have a cup of tea, like instead of water and black coffee, and I might have the odd snack or a piece of fruit or something like that. So that's what I tend to do. But I do generally eat really, really well. It's just my downfall is chocolate. I love chocolate. Right, so I've chopped up the spring onion. Let's do a little bit of pepper. No alcohol as well. Won't drink any alcohol when I'm fasting. My pepper seedling is doing really, really well. The one that I planted using the seeds from the pepper that I bought, I planted several of them, and I think only 2 of them have sprouted and started to grow. But it's really amazing because I don't think I've ever grown anything from food produce, like food waste before. So I feel more proud of that pepper plant than of the one that I bought that was already an established plant. I feel more proud of that one, and it's doing really, really well as well. So I won't cook the pepper. I'm going to leave the pepper fresh, and then I'll probably just put everything out in bowls, and then everyone can just sort of pick and make their own pizza. My children prefer peppers not cooked, So I will leave those out and they can sprinkle those out cold. I think what I'm going to do is, it's my husband's birthday next week, and then we are going on holiday in the summertime. So his birthday is next week, which is June the 18th, and then we're going on holiday in, I don't know, the first week in August, I think. So I'm going to do really, really well after his birthday. I'm going to get his birthday over with. Obviously, we're having loads of family around. There's going to be loads of drinking. There's going to be loads of eating really, really bad stuff. Get all that out of the way, and then I'm on it. And I'm going to be really, really good from his birthday up until in preparation for when we go away on holiday, because I want to feel really good. And not bad, huh? So these are the chicken pizza bases. I'm quite pleased with those. They look really good.